Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Our friends over at Crayola and Outright Games have a new game coming out called Crayola Scoot. We thought it'd be fun to show you how to draw one of their Scooter Legend characters. So here's how to draw Luna from Crayola Scoot. Now this character wears a large helmet, so we're going to start at the very top of our page in the center and draw a straight line coming down towards the bottom edge. So let's start at the top and just pull our pen straight down towards the center. Now from this point, I'm going to curve around the eye and then down towards the side of the head. So we're going to go up and then curve down towards the left. Let's go back to the center and do the same thing on the right. Going up and then down. Now from the ends, we're going to work our way towards the side of the helmet. Starting on the left, we're going to curve out and then go up. Now we're going to reverse the curve going out towards the tip. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start by curving out and then up. Now we're going to follow what we did on the left side, but in the opposite direction, going out. Now we're just going to cap off the end with a short angled line going up. Now we're going to pull that in with a short curve. Now we're going to make our way up towards this top point. So from here, I'm going to curve across towards the center. Going up and in, we're going to leave a gap on the inside. Now we're going to reverse the curve and go up. Pull that up to right about there. Now we're going to angle up towards that center point. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the end, curve across and in. Now we're just going to blend into a curve going up. Now let's draw that straight angle line going up towards that center point. Now on the inside of the helmet, we're going to add two long ovals. So starting on the left side, curve down towards the bottom, round it out, and go back up towards the top and then round out the top. We're going to take that and duplicate it on the right side. So let's line up the top, curve down towards the bottom, just lining up the bottom, and going back up towards the top. Now on the sides, we're going to draw two shorter ovals. So leaving a gap, come down to the bottom, and back up to the top. We're going to take that same oval and draw it over on the right side. Now we're going to draw on the top edge of the helmet. From this point, we're going to step down, we're going to curve out, and then down towards this point here on the left. We're going to do the same thing on the right. Curving out, and then pulling that down. Now Luna's got some hair that comes down from underneath the helmet over the face. So on the left side, right up here, start by curving down and in. Now I'm going to taper that back up. So it gets a little bit thicker as we come up. We take that and flip it over on the right side. So let's line up that starting point, curve down, then in towards the same height, and then we'll taper that back up. We're gonna add one more strand of hair. Start from this corner of the helmet and curve down and out. Now we're gonna tuck this in behind the front hair, curving up. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to move in and draw in the eyes. Now the eyes are going to get tucked in behind the hair. So from the top of the helmet, we're going to step down, start with a curve, coming in, and we'll pull that down. We'll do the same thing on the right. So let's line this up, curving in, and then down toward that same height. We're going to thicken up the eyelash. From that point, we're going to step up, curve in, and then just taper it down. We'll do the same thing on the right side. And we're going to fill the eyelash in black. Now from the bottom corner of the eye, we're going to curve down and over towards the side underneath the hair. Curve down and then back up. Now we're going to draw two circles tucked in underneath the eyelid. Starting from the side of the hair, we're going to step in, start by drawing that circle, and we're going to tuck that in on the inside of the eye. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to draw a smaller circle on the inside. Now this is going to get tucked in underneath the eyelid as well. Starting on the left side, working our way around. Do the same thing on the right. We're just trying to leave an even space gap all the way around. Now on the left side of each pupil, I'm going to draw a circle for a highlight. And then let's fill the pupils in black. Now directly above the eyes, we're gonna add in the eyebrow. Starting underneath the helmet, we're gonna follow the same curve of the eyelid, coming down and in. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're gonna thicken this up. Starting from this point, we're gonna taper it out underneath the helmet. In between the eyes and the center, we're gonna add in the nose. Start with the bottom edge. Starting on the left, we're gonna curve down and then go up. Now we're gonna draw on the top bridge of the nose. A curve going the opposite direction. We're gonna draw it a little bit shorter. Let's move down and draw in the mouth. Starting on the left, curve down in the middle, then back up on the right. We're gonna add a bracket on the ends of the mouth. Now let's open up the mouth. Starting from the left, curve down, and back up on the right. We're gonna add the lower lip, so directly below the mouth, we'll draw a short curve going across. Now we're gonna draw on the bottom of the head. Starting underneath the hair on the left side, curve down, and just below the lip, we're gonna work our way up towards the right side. Now let's add in the side of the helmet. Starting on the left side, just underneath this curve, we're gonna angle down and out toward the left. Do the same thing on the right. We're gonna come straight down the side. Now I'm gonna angle down and in behind the hair. Let's separate out the tip. Step in, draw a straight line coming down the side. Now over on the left side, we're gonna draw a large ponytail coming out behind the head. So starting on the left side at the top of the head, we're gonna start with the curve going up, curve down, and we'll just flick it up at the end. I'm just gonna draw a short curve coming back down, so tapering it in. We're gonna work our way down towards the ponytail. Curving out, come down, and then we'll curl it up at the end. Now I'm gonna pull this in behind the helmet. Come down, and then in. We're gonna add a bit of texture to the ponytail. Starting on the left side, I'm gonna curve in and up. We're gonna taper that back down. We add one more point. Curving in and up. Now I'll pull that down in behind the helmet. Now that we've drawn the head, let's work our way down the body. We're gonna start with a large scarf. Over on the left side, underneath the head, start with a curve coming down and in. Leave a gap in the center. We're gonna move over towards the right and curve down and in on the opposite direction. Now let's draw on the bottom of the scarf. We're gonna step out, curve down in the middle, and then back up underneath the head on the right side. Now we're gonna draw some large shoulder armor tucked in underneath the scarf. Starting on the left side, we're gonna angle down and in. Do the same thing on the right side. Now at the end, we're gonna draw a small circle. Starting from the end of the line, work our way around. Do the same thing on the right side. I'm just gonna add a smaller circle on the inside. In between these circles, I'm gonna add a straight line going across the body. Now let's draw on the bottom edge of the shoulder armor. Starting from the side of the circle, I'm gonna curve down and then go out towards the left. And then we'll do the same thing on the right side. Now I'm gonna curve out the shoulder armor in behind the scarf. Starting on the left, we're gonna curve it in and then up. Now we're gonna add some detail to the shoulder. Starting from the side of the circle, curve out and up. Do that on both sides. Now going back to that same starting point, we're gonna curve in the opposite direction. Start by going across and then up. Now we're gonna step in and draw on the sides of the body. From the circle, we're gonna step out, curve out, and then down towards the hip. Do that on both sides. Now let's connect the bottom of the line with a curve, coming down in the middle, and then back up on the right. We're gonna step up and draw on the top of the belt. Just following that same curve going across. In the center of the belt, we're gonna add the buckle. So leaving a gap in the center, on the left, we'll draw a straight line coming down. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're gonna add a small rectangle on the inside of the belt buckle. Starting from the left, we'll go straight across, come down the sides with a short line, then go across the bottom. Let's add a little bit of detail to the body. From the top corner of the buckle, we're gonna step out, draw a half circle going up, and then down on the right. Let's continue working down with the legs. So in the center, I'm going to step down, draw a short line going across the center for the lower torso. From the left side, I'm going to angle up and out underneath the belt on the left, and then the right. Let's go back to the bottom. On the left side, I'm going to curve out, and then down towards the heel on the left, then out and down towards the heel on the right. Now we're going to round out the bottom of the feet. From the heel on the left, we're going to curve down, and then up towards the toe, and do that on both sides. Now on the inside of the heel, we're going to step up and draw 2 circles. Starting on the left, and leave a little bit of space on the inside. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's go back to the toe. I'm going to draw the top of the foot. I'm going to curve up, and then down in behind the circle. Now we're going to thicken up the sole. We're going to take this curve, step up, and just follow that all the way across towards the inside of the leg. Now let's add a toe cap. Starting from the top of the foot, we're going to curve in and then down. Now from these 2 circles, we're going to step up and duplicate that. Starting on the left, draw 1 circle, again leaving a little bit of space on the inside. Now I'm going to connect these 2 circles with a straight line, right in the middle. Now let's go back to the left side. We're going to draw the outside of the shin guard. Starting from the top of this curve, we go up and then pull that out. Do the same thing on the right, curving out. Now we're going to draw a short angled line coming up and in. Now we're going to go straight across. Just coming in with a short line. Now we're just going to curve down and in behind the circle. Let's take this point here, we're going to curve up towards the inside. And then from that same point, I'm going to curve down towards the top of the foot, coming in and then down. Let's move back to the hips and draw a curve for the outside of the leg. Starting from the left, we're going to curve out and then down. Now from the corner of the hip, I'm going to draw a short angle line coming in. I'm going to follow the same curve of the leg coming out and then down. Let's trim this out on the inside, stepping in. Just follow that same curve on both sides. I'm just going to separate this with an angled line coming down. Now we're going to add a strap on the inside of the leg. Starting from the lower torso on the left, we're going to step down, draw an angled line going up and out, step down and just follow that same line. Now let's move back up and draw on the arms. Right where the shoulder armor meets the body, we're going to curve out and then down towards the wrist. Now back on the left side, we're going to add a small half circle with a thumb. At the end of the thumb, we'll draw a bracket. At the bottom curve of the thumb, we come down and up around the bracket, step down, curve down and up the second finger. Now the third finger, we're going to aim towards the corner of the shoulder armor, but we're going to leave a little bit of space, just up there. Now we're going to curve towards the inside of the arm, curving across and then down. Now let's fill in the gap. In between these 2 points, we're going to step in, draw a short angled line. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start with the thumb, a small half circle, then we'll draw a bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we'll come down and up around the bracket, step down, draw on the second finger. Now the third finger, we're aiming towards the bottom corner of the shoulder armor. Now we're going to curve across and then in. Now in between these 2 points, we're going to step in, draw a short angled line for the outside of the arm. Now let's add some detail to the gloves. We're going to start with a trim along the top, stepping down, follow that same curve going across on both sides. I'm going to add a little wave in the back. Starting from the outside of the hand, I'm going to curve over the knuckles and up, and curve across towards the thumb. Do the same thing on the right side, curving down and then across. We'll add a little bit more detail to the back of the glove. Start from the top of the wrist, curve out down and out. And we're gonna fold that back in, stepping up, just tracing it all the way towards the inside. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the wrist, we'll step up, follow that same thing on the way back, and that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Luna from Crayola Scoot. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you check out Crayola Scoot by clicking on any of the links in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.